What's up, folks? How are you? Matt Perrault back with you here on our playpicks.com YouTube channel for our Pick 5 videos. We're only going to pick 4. If you're looking for LSU, Alabama, don't blame you. Massive football game. Whole video just on LSU, Alabama is up here on our YouTube channel, so go search for it. Just go look around. You'll find it. I got 3 plays on that one game, so I'm looking at that game. It's the game of the year. Let's have some fun with it with LSU and Alabama. So if you want to tell me, when I see what I think about that game, go search for it, LSU, Alabama, here for playpicks.com. Whole separate video. But Pick 5 video really is going to be a Pick 4 video, but let's start with how we always do. I want to give you free money, and if you aren't using these, I don't know why you're not using these. It's really easy. New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Let's go with this. It's easy. DraftKings, William Hill, FanDuel, FoxBet, PointsBets, BetMGM. Click play now. For each game, use a separate deposit bonus. Why not? Each play, use this. Hey, $500 from FanDuel. Why not? $50 from William Hill. It's free money. Use it, right? Come on. It's easy. Click play now. All good. Away you go. Okay? I'm in Nevada. I can't use this stuff. I'm in Vegas. I wish I could. I can't. That's how jealous I am for you guys in Jersey, Pennsylvania. If you're traveling to Jersey or Pennsylvania, use these no deposit bonuses and sign-up bonuses from our partners with playpicks.com/bonus. Let's begin with Penn State and Minnesota. Big Daddy in the Big Ten, right? So the Gophers just were told by the committee that you're undefeated, but you've played nobody. So we don't really think you're any good. And we've got 2 lost teams ahead of you. Okay? There's a case to be made there, but the numbers would say the Gophers are pretty good. They run the ball really well. They run for over 200 yards per game. They play pretty good defense, and they're at home here. Penn State's coming off of some really impressive performances, some really impressive wins, and they got that number 4 ranking. All of a sudden, they're in the playoffs. James Franklin's team, all right, they're feeling really good. Uh-oh. Danger, danger, danger when you see a team like Penn State getting love like this nationally. The numbers. 6.5, Penn State on the road, laying it. Totals 48 at DraftKings. FanDuel, similar. 6.5, 48 is the total between these 2 teams. Penn State's defense is really good. 1.99 yards per rush. Really hard to run on these guys. Gophers have to throw the ball. They want to run, but they're going to have to throw the ball. Now, PJ Fleck just got a new deal. I think this is a big deal. Team, the Gophers, they know they got their guy. He's not going anywhere. This is the Super Bowl. Penn State's walking into a complete hornet's nest here. I'm going to take the points. Penn State might win the game, but they're going to escape here. I got Minnesota plus 6.5. I'm going to take the points. Gophers plus 6.5 at home, playing for everything. National respect. I love PJ Fleck as a coach. I think the Gophers are going to be playing their game of the year for them coming up here with Penn State at home. Again, Penn State might win, but I'm going to take the 6.5 points with Minnesota at home against Penn State. Let's stay in the Big Ten here, and let's talk about Iowa and Wisconsin. Wisconsin minus 9.5. Iowa catching 9.5. 38 is the total at DraftKings. For FanDuel, similar. 38 is the total. 9.5 is the number. Here's the thing about Iowa and Wisconsin. They are mirror images of each other. And the Heartland Trophy has been won 6 to 7 times by Wisconsin because, well, Wisconsin just does everything better than Iowa does. Their quarterback's better. Their running back's better. Their offensive line's better. Their defense is better. I mean, it's just they're mirror images, but just Wisconsin's a better version of Iowa. And it's got to be frustrating for the Hawkeyes to look across and be like, man, that's us, but that's a better version of us. It's kind of like that Netflix show with Paul Rudd, right? That all that controversy that was going on there with Tom Brady showing up. It's like how to become the best version of yourself. That's kind of like Iowa died and woke up and came back as Wisconsin. Like that's who they are right now. I just think Wisconsin's a better team. However, both these defenses, well, they don't give any points. I mean, Wisconsin's lost back-to-back games. They're mad. They're off a bye. Iowa's won back-to-back games, but their offense isn't any good. In the big games they've had, against teams like Michigan, they haven't played well. Penn State haven't played well. So this is a big game for Iowa, big game for Wisconsin. I think both defenses come ready to play. I don't think the offenses are going to do anything here. The total's 38 and the line's 9.5. That tells you that neither one of these teams are going to score all that much, and maybe it might not be Iowa, but I'm not so sure Wisconsin's going to score either. So to me, I think the play is the under. I know it seems easy, and sometimes people say when it's really obvious, go the other way. I don't know. I just don't really like either offense right now, and so I like the defenses. I'm going to take the under. Under 38 here, take it wherever you want. DraftKings FanDuel, under 38 for Iowa and Wisconsin. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Big 12. And I've been one of my friends here in Vegas is big on Baylor. He's kind of convinced me to look at Baylor every week. Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't. Baylor on the road at TCU. Baylor is a 2.5-point favorite at home. Total's 48. Say at FanDuel, same at DraftKings, right? 48, 2.5 is the number for Baylor, laying it at TCU. Okay, so Baylor, like Minnesota, the college football committee has told them, you're undefeated, but we don't care. We don't care. We just don't think you're all that good. This game is interesting because it starts a 4-game stretch for Baylor in which they're going to play Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, and they start with TCU. Now, they got the Halloween game, the trap game out of the way, nearly lost to West Virginia. They won that game to stay undefeated. So now they're into this. Here it starts for Baylor and Matt Rule. If they want to play in the playoffs, they got to run the table. You got to beat everybody and be an undefeated Big 12 champion, and then they're going to be in, okay, if they run the table. But they got to beat Oklahoma and Texas. Not going to be easy at all, but they got to start with beating TCU here on the road. TCU is coming off of a horrible performance. They gave up a ton of yards on the ground to Oklahoma State. They turned the ball over 4 times. Baylor is number 1 in turnover margin here in the Big 12. And I think that's the biggest difference in this football game. I think Baylor's going to throw the ball. I think Charlie Brewer puts up another big game. He's got 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. I don't like TCU this year. They're 4-4. They've lost 3 out of 4. I think Baylor stays undefeated. They go down. I love the fact that we're under 3 here. I'm taking Baylor minus 2.5 on the road to win and cover that 2.5-point line. And finally, let's go into the ACC and let's talk about Wake Forest and Virginia Tech. Number also, short number, 2.5. Wake Forest on the road, Va Tech at home. Total of 64 here in this game. Interesting the difference in total here. If you're curious about this with a total perspective, the total for Virginia Tech, 61.5 here. It's a big difference. 2.5, the number's the same, but 61.5 at FanDuel to 64 at DraftKings. So if you like the over here, you want to go over and play at 61.5 at FanDuel. You like the under, play 64 at DraftKings for this game. But I'm actually going to play Virginia Tech plus 2.5 here. Okay, so the Hokies are going to honor Bud Foster, who's retiring at the end of the year. Wake Forest, for 10 straight games, they've put up over 400 yards of offense. This is a team that likes to move the football, but they've given up a ton of yards, a ton of points this year, including 62 to Louisville. Va Tech's getting their quarterback back for this game. Rocking atmosphere, tough place to play. Virginia Tech, I think, is the right side here, catching 2.5. Tight game, but I think Va Tech may win the game outright. I don't hate a plus 105 money line play either here on Virginia Tech. I'll just take the points to be safe. I think Virginia Tech's going to beat Wake Forest. I don't buy this Wake Forest team all that much. I'm not a very big fan of them. And look, they're only a game behind Clemson in the division. Va Tech could play in the ACC championship game because they control their own destiny here. They win out, they will play in the ACC championship game. I think Virginia Tech plays with their hair on fire. They honor Bud Foster. They're going to take care of Wake Forest, slow them down, and win the game outright. Va Tech plus 2.5. So to recap, the 4 of the pick 5, again, LSU, Alabama, separate video, but I'm taking Minnesota plus 6.5. I'm taking Baylor minus 2.5. Iowa, Wisconsin under, and Va Tech plus 2.5 at home against Wake Forest. Again, we're going to go to playpicks.com/bonus. Use these great no deposit bonuses, and then you're going to tell me about your picks this weekend in the comment section. Do you like what I'm playing? Do you dislike what I'm playing? Tell me your thoughts coming up for this weekend in college football. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're rocking here. We had a winning week last week. We're keeping it going. We're going to have some fun here as we get to the college bowl season and championship Saturday. Tons of fun stuff, so make sure you get all the videos that we're going to put out here for it by subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm Matt Perrault. We're back same place, same time next week for another Pick 5 video here on playpicks.com on the YouTube channel.